Hi, I'm Tati and I'm participating in the Reading Rush. The Reading Rush is a readathon that was formerly known as BookTubeathon. It's been revamped and it has a really cool website now, so I'll leave all that linked in the description. But it's taking place from the 22nd to the 28th, and here's what I'll be reading. So there are 7 reading challenges, and I picked out 1 book per challenge, even though some of these books would work for multiple challenges because there is a bonus challenge of reading 7 books, and I'm hoping having 1 book per challenge will help me complete that, but we'll see how the readathon goes. Challenge number 1 is to read a book with purple on the cover. Very easy for me because my favorite color is purple. I was literally so excited when the first challenge was this. But I picked The Lovely and the Lost by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is Jennifer Lynn Barnes' newest book. She's one of my favorite authors, and I didn't even know this book was coming out. It's also a freeform book, I think. Like the publisher is Freeform or something like that, which I didn't even know was a thing. Yeah, it's freeform books. This book is about missing children, search and rescue dogs, and long-held family secrets, and I'm so excited to read this one. This one would also work for the challenge of reading a book with 5 or more words in the title. The second challenge is to read a book in the same spot the entire time. For this one, I decided to go with something really short that I knew I could read in a quick amount of time, just in case things don't go the way I planned during the readathon and I don't have a lot of time to spend sitting in one place. So I went with Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Volume 1. This is a manga. I'm also thinking the spot I choose to read in might be the bath, just because I love to read in the bath during readathons. Challenge number 3 is to read a book you meant to read last year. So for this challenge, I combed through some of my TBR videos from last year, which honestly were kind of a disaster. But I did find one where I said that I wanted to read Renegades by Marissa Meyer. I believe this one is a sci-fi with superheroes, or at least superpowers. It's a huge book, which I am a little bit intimidated by, especially for a readathon. However, I'm hoping that the plot will grip me and that I'll zoom through it. I'm also hoping that the hold I have for the audiobook from my library will come in. And next up is to read an author's first book. For this one, I went with The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Anne Brashers. I believe this is her first fiction book, and it has been on my TBR for quite a while. I watched the movie like a million years ago, and I barely remember what it was about. From what I remember, it's about a group of friends who kind of share a pair of jeans that fits them all. And because this book does have a movie adaptation, it could work for that challenge as well. Number 5, read a book with a non-human main character. Okay, so this prompt is the one that I put the most research / planning into. My first instinct for this one was to go with a sci-fi with aliens because I love those. However, it's summertime and I really want to read a mermaid book. So I searched a bit here on BookTube and I found some mermaid book recommendations. In particular, mermaid book recommendations, a video from The Bright Side Girl, which I will leave linked in the description. Definitely check it out if you're looking for mermaid books. She talks about a bunch of really cool and interesting sounding mermaid books. I came this close to having my TBR for the Reading Rush be completely mermaid books after watching this video. And I'm kind of mad at myself that I completely missed her mermaid readathon that happened at the beginning of this month. But anyway, I managed to narrow it down to a few and then down to 1, even though it was very difficult. There are so many of them that I added to my TBR because I'm going to have to read them eventually. But the one I decided on for this readathon was Of Poseidon by Anna Banks. It includes romance and mermaids and dual perspective, so I'm totally in. Number 6 is pick a book that has 5 or more words in the title. For this one, I'm going with The Rest of the Story by Sarah Dessen. This is Sarah Dessen's newest book. Again, Sarah Dessen is one of my favorite authors, and I'm really excited to read this one. And finally, number 7 is to read and watch a book-to-movie adaptation. This one was also a little bit difficult for me just because I love watching book-to-movie adaptations. So I usually read and watch them as soon as possible. However, I did managed to find some help on the Reading Rush website, which is linked in the description. I went into the forums and found out what other people were reading / watching for this challenge, and I came across one that I have been meaning to read / watch and haven't gone to yet, and that is Crazy Rich Asians. So I rented both the movie and the book, and I'm going to be reading and watching it. And then the bonus challenge is to read 7 books. Also, sort of a disclaimer if you're new to my channel, I am a major mood reader, so all of the stuff on this TBR is subject to change as my mood changes. However, no matter what, throughout the readathon, my goal will of course be to finish as many of these challenges as possible. And that was my Reading Rush TBR. Let me know in the comments what you're planning to read during the Reading Rush, or what you think of any of the books I'm planning to read, but please don't spoil me for anything. And if you are participating, I will leave my Reading Rush profile linked in the description so that you can add me as a friend if you want. If you like this video, please give it a like. There are going to be video challenges during the Reading Rush, and I am planning to participate in all of them, as well as having a Reading Rush vlog and wrap up after the readathon, so subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thanks for watching! Bye! Pretty good. Maybe. Oh, thumbnail. It's a lot of books. A lot of heavy books. It's a very dusty book because I have had it on my TBR for a long time. Okay. Ow, 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 my hands. Okay. Whew, I almost panicked right then that I was stuck like that forever. Challenge number 1. Why